So what I'm doing now is I'm going to start framing up this storm shelter because it's too nasty outside to work on this porch. So I want to get this framed up fairly quickly. One, because whenever my kids come here, this is where they gravitate to, and if they fall in there, that could cause a major injury. But I want to maximize the space in this storm shelter. So I'm going to have like a hunting room office above. And then below, it's, mainly a storm shelter, but I want to utilize it. So I'm going to set these joists just right across the concrete walls. That way I'll have just under 8-foot ceilings in the storm shelter. And then in the room above, they'll be like 9 foot 3 inches. So it'll be really good, useful space above and below. I think that'll be the best because eventually I want to finish all this off because, like I said, I want to make it just a really cool space, mainly kind of a man cave. But I'm going to get ready to frame up these walls. And in basements, I think most places it's code to use treated boards on the floor, but I'm going to. So I got my first one laid out. I got my top board laid out. These aren't going to be load-bearing walls, so I'm just using one 2x4 on the top. And they'll butt up right against the joists laying across these walls. So all right, I got all the walls framed up in the storm shelter. I can't finish right above the windows. I don't know where to put the header yet because I have not bought those windows yet. So I'll have to wait on that. So I'm going to start putting the joists across here and getting them fastened in. And then I got to figure out where I'm going to do with my stairs. I want to put my stairs over this sump area just to kind of hide that. I mean, I'll still have access to it, but it'll make it a nice little way to hide that. And what I like to do with those is I take my rim board. So I got my rim board and I get it set up, and then I'll mark this first one isn't 16, but that's the way I want it. I want this one to line up right at the edge, so I have a board to fasten my ceiling to, and then I go 16 on center from there. So I'll fasten them here, and then I'll go there and I'll make a 14.5-inch board to put in there, and it'll make it perfect 16-inch on center. So I'm going to try to get all the floor joists in. The rest of the day I should be able to do that, and then try to figure out my stairs. I bought a couple 2x12s to make stair stringers. I just got to figure out how I want to do it once I get down to that end. Alright, so we got it pretty much framed up. Now it's time to figure out these stairs, and because this is such a small space, these stairs aren't going to be like to code, but I'm going to do some stairs that kind of come in and curve down, and then that'll save some space if I can have angled stairs in the corner. So that's what I'm going to work on right now. I'll kind of go through that with you. It's kind of one of those things you kind of build as you go. But what a good way to do it, I'll just show you this down here first. So this will be a really cool space. We'll have a couple windows in, and you'll come in and they'll curve down right here and then go down. And so what I did is I wanted 36-inch wide stairs. So I basically drew a box on the floor, 36, and then I'm going to install these as my corner post that all the stairs will attach to. And then they'll come down and they will stop right here, so I have 36 inches in the corner. So you can see they'll be fairly steep, but this is just mostly it's a storm shelter for safety, but it'll be an awesome space for, I don't know, maybe we could make it a workout room or play area for the kids, or just an addition to my hunting area. So I'm going to get these screwed in, probably start framing up a wall there so I have something to put my stringers too, and I'll just kind of go through it with you as I go. I want to save as much space with these stairs as I can because I'm going to have a room above here. So we're going to go through and I'm going to show you how to cut stair stringers. So the first thing you're going to want to do, the unique thing about these stairs is, so you got to decide, I wanted a space here at the bottom of the stairs is like a landing. So I know that I want my stairs to start right here, and then I know that I want them to come, my stair stringers to come to here, and then this part here, the stairs will actually be at an angle. There'll be, I'm breaking this up into 4 sections, so there'll be 1, 2, there'll be a stair here, a stair here, a stair here, and a stair here up into the upper room. So that actually, when you come down, you'll come down the stairs and they'll curve, and then they'll hit these stair stringers and go down. So it's a little bit of a unique situation. This here is going to be a little bit different, making that, but these stair stringers here, you'd make the same way as you'd make any other one. So I know that my stairs start here and I want them to end here. So that's my run. And I know that from here, actually, I know from here to here is my rise. So knowing that, I can figure out how to cut my stair stringers. So basically what I did, if you're building stairs to code, you know how long your runs have to be and you know how high your rises have to be. In this case, I just wanted to get as many stairs in here as I could. So I figured out how many stairs I can get, and I think it's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I can get 7 stairs in here to maximize, make the runs in as long as I can, the rises as short as I can. And they're both going to be roughly, I think the rise is 9 1/4 inches, and the run is going to be like 9 5/8, 9 3/4, something like that. First stringer up, that's the inside one. Second one, we got it cut. And then this is going to be the one that goes up against the wall. And typically you leave some space to slip in a trim board. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and make that right now, and I'm going to make it out of a 2x12. It's a little overkill, but I like that big beefy type look. So what I did is I laid my board on here, and it's got my stair stringer has to sit down from it a little bit, so my trim board will stick up above the stairs itself, and you'll see that when I get there. So I'm going to cut this off flush here because that will sit on the floor, and then the trim that I'm going to use on the baseboard down there is going to be 3.5 inch trim. So I went to where I found 3.5 inches up at a 90-degree angle, and I'm going to cut it off there. Then when I put my trim down in the basement there, it'll just butt up to that. And then the top, I'm not sure how that's going to work because I haven't really figured out how I'm going to do the rest of the stairs yet, but I'm going to cut this off the same angle that the stairs are, and it ends up being 46 degrees. So I marked that 46, and I'm going to cut that off too. So we'll get those cut off and get this put up. So I tacked this whole thing up, set my tread on there, put a level, took that screw out and then kind of raised and lowered that to get it level. And then I checked this with a square to make sure I was even on both sides. So now I'm going to cut 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more stair treads and just set them on there. And then I'll get all this screwed up there, and that'll help me get up and down easier. And then we'll start on this curved part right here, which will be a little bit trickier. Not even 100% sure how I'm going to do it yet. Quick tip for you guys who maybe are just getting into doing some of this stuff on your own. If you want to cut a nice straight line with a circular saw, you can use your square as a guide. Put your square up against your board. You can hold it, line your blade up, and then you just got to hold it there and you'll get a nice straight cut. Alright, so I rounded over these corners just so it gives it a nice finish. That way when I sand these down, I won't have to take them back because I won't be able to get that router up close to the ends and stuff, so it's easier to do it before. The rest I can sand it before I finish these stairs. I don't know if I'm going to paint them or stain them or what, but... we got to figure out the rest of this, and basically what I have here is a square. Right here is I have a square. My stairs have to go up and come up here to the finished floor. So I figured out the rise and divided that, but what I'm going to do is break this into 4 sections. So this is my last normal stair. This is my next stair. So I patched in trim board and a board to support this. This was 37.5 inches, so I want to divide that by 2 because I want my stair to come to the middle. So that's 18 3/4. So I got my first board cut. It's going to take 2 boards, and I patched in some supports right here. Got my first one cut. The next one will support right here and come out to right here, and then I will screw these together underneath. And if I need to, I'll put a 2x4 on end to give them extra rigidity, and then that'll give me my next step. And then the next one will be from the same pivot point but to the corner. So we have one halfway, one to the corner, one halfway to that wall, and then the other one will be flush or even up to that board there. So we'll just keep going like this and get my measurement and make this cut. Alright, well, my first part of the stair went well, but the second you can see that I measured from the wrong point. And so now I got this gap back here, so I guess I can just put this, overlay this over another 2x12 or whatever I need. I think I can do a 2x8, and then just add how much ever there is there. So otherwise it would have been good. So if you screw up, just try and try and try again. There's a lot of angles to account for, so you're bound to screw up sometimes. So, I mean, don't feel like you're an idiot. I mean, I don't. I'm not going to say it doesn't frustrate me, but I'm just going to recut it and get it right. So that's the first of 4 stairs. So the next stair will be up here, and then the back of it will go to that corner. So I got to build some more supports and do the same thing all over again. Just continued putting braces and angling my stairs, so I got them done. So this is how I'll go down right here. Step down, you just walk around the corner, down, and they're not too bad at all. It actually turned out pretty nice. So I just continued blocking here to set my stairs on. There'll be a wall here, and then there'll be a little closet right here, so all that'll be hidden in there. My sump pump will be hidden behind there. So it turned out pretty good. And like I said, when you're building these tight space stairs, it's always one of those things where you kind of got to do it on as you go, but